good day and welcome to a new video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe! Hey and welcome to Weekly Tips. We'll plant some seeds in your tip jar. Welcome today. Today you're joined by me, Daniel, and we're going to be drawing the Addax head. So let's back on into this and draw the Addax head. So once I have gathered the reference for this Addax, then I start drawing him. I draw the front on view, and I start off with this like heart shape here for this part of his head, his little hair on top of his head, and then I go and draw the oval shape of the front of the head. Then from there I add in the other little parts, the ears, the horns, and these are the things that can make it a little bit more like an Addax, basically. You know, the shape of its ears and the shape of its horns does really show, you know, what kind of animal it is. If it's got curly horns, it's going to be more of a ram-like animal that like bucks its horns into you, kind of a thing. And these kind of horns that swerve up and give it some sort of battling kind of horns. So they're different horns for different features. And these are actually white, well, known as white antelope. They are related to the antelope. I haven't researched too much into the Addax, but you know, they are pretty much white antelope. And as far as I know, they live in like the hot deserts and things. As far as I know, I'm not, you know, an expert on Addax, but I am learning about drawing them at the moment and showing you guys about drawing them. Now these key features here are, you know, the nose I'm looking out for, how big the eyes are, you know, how big those ears are, and I've also, you know, I've added in the neck there, just a little bit of its body, just to get a grasp on, you know, how big its head actually is compared to its body, and those little things that I can take into. If I was to take this further, if I was to go in and actually draw the whole Addax, draw the rest of the body and those kind of things. But yeah, a good starting point is, you know, drawing the head, especially for these kind of animals, because they've got a lot going on in their head. They've got their ears, their horns, where the rest of the body they've got hoofs usually, and yeah, not too much going on with their body, but yeah, a fair bit, a little bit still there in their body, but you know, their head's got a lot more features than anywhere else in the body, so it's a good place to start, and to understand this animal. As you can see here, I've done kind of I've started off with the basic shapes of this animal, the Addax, and then I've moved in and try to fix them up and take away or add some proportional edits to the animal, and it may be, you know, close or not close enough, but I've given it my best shot, and you know, learnt from this drawing, and I take it into my next, you know, my next drawing as well. The front view, I can take that into the next one, which is a side view and the other views. So you take something out of each view, basically. That's the main goal in learning the animal and trying to understand this animal. It's not to draw pretty pictures and you know, draw the exact copy of the side view and an exact copy of the front view. It's to understand the animal and what's going on. You know, I can, from, you know, doing this, the front view, doing the side view, seeing it that he has this kind of longish head here going on, similar to like a reindeer or something like that, and then he's got curvy long horns going on, with his ears being, you can see, like triangular shape on that side. They do have that kind of diamond shape, so just noticing those things, and understanding those things. Here you can see me, I've tried that shape and now I've gone and pushed his jawline a bit further down, because I've noticed that, yeah, he does have a bit more longer um, you know, neck, nose going down, basically. So, understanding that, I can then, go take this away, go draw out of, with no reference, and, um, you know, take it and try and draw the Addax without any reference, and have an okay drawing. One of the best drawing in the world, because with a reference I can understand those drawing, I can see the mistakes that I've made, but I still have some sort of understanding. Especially if you're going out and you're drawing this at a zoo or something, where you can, if you understand your animal, you can then draw it in different poses, really easily. And if they move the different pose, if your animal moves, you can fix it with the knowledge that you do have from drawing them in these different poses. So I then go into a three-quarter view. Now here I've kind of cut off the horns a little bit. I'm not too worried now about the horns. Um, yeah, I think I've done a video on drawing horns, and I'm not too worried about the horns. I was more focused on those other body parts at the moment. Um, Again, he has a heart-shaped kind of forehead part that I saw in the front view. Um, so maybe I could have used that, the knowledge from seeing it at the front view, to help me a little bit better at drawing this angle here as well. Um, Yeah, and some things I've noticed in this drawing, with the side view, it seems that it looks less, kind of, his ears look little bit less diamondy than they do in the other angles. Um, yeah, that's one thing I've taken away from it, as well as you can see where the back of his head is in this image here, where it fits in, that bulge, where you can really see where that bulge, if you look at the side view, you can see that bulge, but now in the side view, you can see that bulge a little bit better. And then I'd go in for another kind of, I guess, front three-quarter view, an interesting pose. He's kind of got that smirk on, kind of a thing, something a little bit more interesting to draw from here. And that's what I do usually in these exercises, in these weekly tips and things that I do. And also when I do draw animals, to understand them, um, before I go into a big drawing. I do my front views, side views, three-quarter views, and then I go and do something a little more extravagant, the final drawing per se, to really you know make sure that things are on point. I understand my drawing, I understand my animal that I'm drawing, so that if something goes wrong in the drawing, I have some knowledge and some base to use, that I can fix the drawing. I know what's wrong, rather than going whole blindsided and just trying to copy word for word, or um, trying to fix it without any knowledge, basically, and um, completely failing it. But hey, you gotta fail before you can learn. And that exactly goes ahead for drawing animals like this. You gotta fail. If you fail the front view and you fail the side view, just try it over and over again. Um, you can see me drawing. You see how I am drawing it. This isn't exactly how to draw. It's not draw a circle, draw a square, and then you have a pretty picture. It showing you how I do draw it. So you really got to use your observation skills, um, and hopefully see how I approach it, and make your own way of how you approach it as well. Um, what what works best for you, and hopefully you'll learn how to draw this certain animal, the Addax, and I had fun drawing it. Always had fun drawing these animals. I really enjoy drawing them. Um, and it actually came from this book, Encyclopedia of All Animals from A to Z, and I've got like a BC book. I think it's A and B. It's got a little bit of C in it, and then there's a whole collection from A to Z. But I've got the first book of it. I would like the rest of the books, and then I would be able to have a complete collection. That'd be awesome. But yeah, that's how it got into the doing this Addax. But yeah, hopefully, let me know down in the comments what you thought about this video, if you enjoyed it. Um, yeah, and keep drawing, everyone. Keep creating. See you in the next video.